Okay, it is officially 5 o'clock. Welcome to day 2 of learning to read Chinese. We're going to start right where we left off yesterday, which we did actually sort of go over. Ying for cloud. Which, as we've said, is kind of just a squiggly shape that represents the shape of a cloud. Tongue. This is the word for a horse galloping or running quickly. It's also jumping or rising. So in context with the cloud, this is about clouds rising. Tongue. Zhi can be incur, like cause, or something that is fine, like a exquisitely intricate object, or something, an alluring property, something that attracts attention. But in this context, it refers to incur. This is that the rising clouds bring rain. And this character, if you didn't know already, you might remember that it appeared on top of all these other ones, like this one, 雪 for snow, or this one, 雷 for thunder. The top half of them, 雨 rain. So that's kind of the shape of the cloud and the raindrops inside. Like this. Used to look a bit more abstract. Here's another rain-related word. Lu. Actually, the bottom half of it, if you cover the top, the bottom half also sounds the same. Lu. So in this way, it's like half phonetic and half about the meaning. The top half is rain and the bottom half also sounds the same. Lu. So this is the word for dew or vapor. This is like in the morning on the grass or the leaves. And this has an alternate reading. Lo. Actually, this is just how people say it when they talk, and it refers to the specific meaning of revealing something or showing something. Like, if you're wearing a crop top, then you would say that your stomach 露出来了. That's 露, the word for showing. If you write it in a text, it's still pronounced 露, but when you talk, usually people say 露. Jie. This word refers to a knot as a noun, like when you tie a knot, jie. It also refers to a solid, firm, congealed sort of thing. So when something clumps together, like when you're cooking it, you would use jie for that as well. Jie, this is another way to read the character, which refers to bearing fruit. Or fruit is cool, we'll get to it later, but like when a tree bears fruit, that's jie. This also refers to things that are solid in the sense of being strong. Chen refers to the morning or the dawn. And if you can see on the top over here, that's the character for sun that we learned yesterday. Shuang. Here's another one with rain on top. And this one means frost. So this is the clouds rise and bring rain. And this is the dew. The dew comes together and the morning brings frost. So this is sort of a abstract, poetic sort of way about talking about the wetness that happens in the morning. Ho. This is the word for rainbow. It doesn't have any other meanings. Ni is also related to rainbows. It's like if you've ever seen a double rainbow, it's the second rainbow. And it kind of, the colors go in the other direction. So together it refers to just rainbows in general. Xia. Xia is the color of the clouds at dawn or at dusk, when they change to all different kinds of pink and orange and purple. And this is a very common word that's used in names for girls. Hui. Hui, this refers to the light of dawn. So when you put together xia hui, it's kind of the colors of the clouds and the light at dawn. There's hong ni, this is the rainbows. Ooh, again, it's got rain on top, so you know it's about water vapor and things like that. This is fog. Chen. Chen is for sinking and deep and heavy. Anything that weighs down and sinks. Bao. This is, again, the word for rain. So it's a type of precipitation. And this on the bottom is bao, which is like a bundle. So this is like rain that becomes little bundles, because there's balls of ice falling from the sky. Jiang. Jiang, this is the word for falling, dropping, descending. So anything that is falling from the sky. Xiang. This is another way to read the same character, and this one is not relevant to astronomy or weather. Xiang means to surrender. So here we have Wu, Chen, Bao, Jiang. So the fog sinks and hail falls. All right, moving on. Chun. Chun is the word for spring, and in a metaphorical sense, it also refers to the sentiment of love, in terms of like that feeling that animals get when springtime comes and all they want to do is get together and make babies. And it's also referring to life and vitality in general. So these are all things that are associated with spring, the season. Sheng. Sheng, this means birth. It means life, like alive. Anything that's raw, like if you vegetables and meats that are uncooked, raw, or unfamiliar. So if you say, "Oh, this place is unfamiliar," I'm not very practiced in this skill, things like that, you would use sheng. And this is also referred to people in senses like students are called 学生. Xia. Xia refers to summer, the season of summer. Zhang. Zhang means grow. things that grow and develop, and also old as an adjective. If someone is a senior, older than someone else, they're called 长辈, which is the older generation. And it also refers to the chief or the head, like of a family or a tribe or something like that. 长 is another way to read the same character. 长 means long. It means how long something is. Or it means that something is long-lasting, permanent, and or something that happens regularly, constantly, frequently. So, like a long time or a long-standing, all those kinds of things. 秋 is the season of autumn, when the harvest occurs. It's fall. 收 means receive or collect. So when it says 秋收, this is referring to the harvest that occurs in autumn. But 收 also has the additional meaning of holding back. Like when you really want to do something, but you hold it in. That's 收. Or if you have a strong emotion, like you really want to cry, but you don't cry, that's called 收. 冬, this is the word for winter. But also, because the way it sounds, it's just a onomatopoeia, the sound for thudding. Dong dong. 藏 is store or hide. And this one, you might have a interesting picture over here. All these ads on this website. But that's on top is grass, and then you've got all this stuff buried underneath.
And under the dirt, there's a box,
Yeah. You put your stuff in a box and you bury it in the ground, so it means store or hide. So when you take them together, 春生夏长. This is in the spring, things are born, and in the summer they grow. 秋收冬藏, 冬藏. This is in the autumn, you harvest, and in the winter, you store them. 时 means time. This is like, what time is it? Or an hour is called 小时, a small time. That refers to 1 hour. 令. This word means a demand or decree. 应 refers to a respond or accept or receive or you deal with. So this is a kind of an answer to the previous one. 应 is another way to use to read this. 应 is used most frequently as part of 应该, which means you should. Like you agree to do something or you promise to do something, you're supposed to do it, you should. 应 后is observing or waiting for something to happen. It also refers to the climate or the seasons, as this entire passage is referring to astronomy and weather and seasons and all that kind of thing. 寒 is another word used for winter, but it also has more meanings than 冬. It refers to, in general, things that are cold or desolate or miserable and dreary. 来 is come. Anything that is coming or returning. 来. 暑 is summer, and it also refers to heat, So this is the opposite of 寒. 往 is going to be the opposite of 来. So this means departing or go, to die, things that are in the past, or things that are toward going out. The opposite of 来. So 时令应后寒来暑往. This refers to at the decreed times, the seasons come and go. Winter comes and summer goes. So that's the end of 天文, the first unit. And now you remember this, the short button is for practicing this chapter. So if we hit now, we can go through all of these.
你一直往前嘛，你一直往前学。
Do you have a thing in there that'll prevent it from showing you two things that are both correct?
Really? 刚才
Or does it let you pick either one?
No,
For the words that read two ways.
Yeah, 这个你刚才不要跑掉，让我看呢。
Oops, sorry.
你不给我看见，我不知道怎么回事儿。你现在可以一直学到那个今天该学的数量，它就会自动 button 出来的，你不需要一个 unit 一个 unit 来弄。
Yeah, but I want to.
Okay.
蜀陈
你要不要让大家来 vote？ 看这个是
No, because then it's going to take forever. It's never going to be... Yeah, because there's like a 15-second delay between when I say something and when they hear it.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
东宝长令恢弘霓春寒夏时降秋无雨前新白夜雷闪
丙
昼迟风
Oh no.
响明密指日有迟
Guys are wrong about it anyway.
岛往晨
Okay, I think
Lai?
we are repeating now.
藏
Okay, let's go back. And now we got time. We can move on to the next section. 地理. So this one was about all things 天文, things in the sky, and the next one is about things on the ground. thing is here, I actually haven't prepared these in advance. So we might have some information missing. First one and second unit. Huh?
我看一下，我给你弄一下。
You have to be doing it really fast, otherwise I'm going to catch up to you. This one I think it's okay. Yuan means far or distant or avoid. Anything that's keeping a distance far away from something. Gu is ancient. So Yuan Gu together would be like the distant past. Hong. This on the side, on the left side, is a water radical, and this on the right is the character gong. So that's another case where it's like half the meaning and then half phonetic. Hong is flood or rapid, like a river rapids. Grand, great, full, like just a lot of water. Huang is kind of like the opposite of that, a little bit. Huang, a wasteland, a vast area of just remote emptiness. It also refers to being muddle-headed, like if you're kind of confused, like if your mind is a vast wasteland of emptiness. That kind of feeling. Hai. This again you can see is the water radical on the side. Hai means the sea, the ocean. Tian. This is one of those, I mean, it's just a box, right? But that's what fields look like from the air. When you plant fields or you plant crops in rectangles, that's literally what this is. Tian. It's a field or arable land that you can plant food in, cultivated. Tang refers to a dark green or a deep blue. This is like the color of the sea. Cold. Sung. This is a word for a type of tree, a mulberry tree, but generally it's a bit... How do you explain Tang Sung? There's not really a word for it in English.
Oh. Well...
No idea.
That's what you think.
Who even knows that word? You put Tang Sung into Google Translate and it says vicissitudes.
I don't know.
Any of y'all know the word vicissitudes?
No. Don't use that. Don't use that. I'm just joking.
Let me define vicissitudes. A change of circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant.
That is the meaning, but that word.
Alternation between opposite or contrasting things.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, this is like way too book text. The changing tides of fortune. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See,
well, the original meaning is Chang and Sang. You know, see, the Chang means the dark green color of the sea.
Yeah, I did
and
say that.
The Sang is the
the
trees
the
for
tree.
the silkworm.
Yeah, it's mulberry. If you've heard of like mulberry silk,
yeah,
it's the tree.
Yeah,
the silkworms like to feed on.
Yeah, and so put these two words together, it means this place once is a land for growing these trees for silkworm, but now it's a sea. So it means that
is that what
life
it means?
has the situation has changed so much that you can't even recognize.
When you talk about the mulberry silk, what I was thinking is because Tang, like the deep blue sea is like the most vast and kind of rough and grand and dangerous,
exactly, yeah.
and the mulberry tree, which feeds the silkworm, is like the tiniest,
so
the tiniest little delicate filament, like the little strand that makes this luxurious soft fabric, and just the contrast of those two things.
Yeah, so that means the two things, the two situations, it's talk about the contrast.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so you've been through so much up and downs in life. That's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that is. And the part where this is why I don't want to call myself a teacher, because I'm actually learning along with you guys. I'm just like slightly ahead, so it seems like I know more things, but I don't actually really know that much more. I know a little bit. I went through it all once, but I'm gonna go through it again. It was a while ago. And honestly, there's so much stuff in here where it's like you can remember the individual characters, but when you put them together, they mean something else. Which is why my dad is writing more features for learning the words and the phrases that characters make when you put them together. Because sometimes they mean things that are totally different from the thing by itself. Okay, moving on. Line 2. This is Lu. Lu refers to land. And Di. Oh, wait. We got an alternate reading here. Liu, 6. But this is like the way that you write. This is like the way you write the number 6 on banknotes, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're writing a check, the way that you write numbers when you write a check is different from the way that you write numbers normally, which is already also different from the Arabic numerals that you're already familiar with. So this is the special banknote version of the number 6. But usually it just means land. Di. Di refers to earth, the soil, the ground. Or also region, like a piece of land. It also is read as the. This is used after an adjective or a adverb to form a adjunct. So this is like li, the li ending in adverbs in English. If you say like quickly running or harshly criticized or that kind of thing, this is the thing that joins the adverb to the verb. Piao. Piao, this is, you can see the water radical on the side here refers to the floating, like floating on the water. That's why that's there. Or drifting. We gotta fix this so it's got spaces in it. You see this?
Yeah.
You didn't have the spaces in there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You gotta fix that. Leading a wandering life, like if you're a drifter, a nomad, that kind of lifestyle is also piao. And you can see here that this has not one, but 2 alternate readings. Piao. Piao is like piao bai fen. This is bleach. Like when you bleach your clothes, you use piao, read this way with a different tone. And piao. Piao, when you read it this way, this is pretty or beautiful. Usually it's put together with liang, which we learned last time. Hold on, go back. This one. The one for bright and shining. Piao that's for pretty. Anyway, so that's all 3 of those. But right here, piao, this means floating, drifting. Yi is shifting and moving, or transfer. So when you put this together, lu, di, piao, yi, this refers to the way that land masses move. Together with the next one, ban, which is board or plank, plate, tablet. Anything that's like that kind of form of things. 块 is like a piece, a lump, or a chunk of something. 碰 is a collide or bump or touch. And 撞 is with a little more force than 碰. 撞 refers to things colliding or crashing into each other, bumping into each other, strike. So if you put together 陆地漂移板块碰撞, this is referring to the tectonic plates, the oceans and the continents, the way that they move and subduct and converge and all that. 山, this is the word for mountain. And it's gotten very abstract, but if we go here once again, you can see this is the shape of it. It's a picture of a mountain range, but just made very abstract. 山. 岳, and you see this has the mountain on the bottom there. 岳 refers to a high mountain. And it's also used to refer to a wife's parents, because in Chinese, the way that big families, extended families used to all live together and would have to talk about each other all the time, so we have a bazillion different words for every type of specific relative and the way that they're related to you. So that's just one of those. One of these days, there's a later lesson that has all those words in it, and then we can go over that chart that shows all the family relations. But here we're just talking about high mountains. Wait, again, you got the mountain up top there. Wait means towering. So these are all related words. Is similarly, you got a mountain on the side, something that's like really big, high, tall, towering. So here, these are all just words that refer to mountains and how tall they are. Hu is a lake, and here again you got the water. In the middle, this is gu. If you remember, this one for ancient. Hu, but that's just for the sound, because you see it sounds a little bit the same. So it's one of those partly phonetic and partly meaning-based characters. Lake, hu. Po is another word that also refers to lakes. Usually, though, when you talk about them, you use this one. And this has an alternate reading. Bo.
Bo, yeah.
I don't think this is used that frequently either.
有用啊，淡泊, not seeking fame and wealth. That's pretty
common.
Pretty common, yeah.
When you talk about people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not even relevant to the. Well, I mean, this is the alternate reading anyway. But you would say the most commonly used one is the one about not seeking fame and wealth.
Yeah, it's parking. You know.
Parking?
Yeah, parking. The birth parking.
Or you could write birth and then in parentheses parking a boat, and then it would make sense, right?
Okay.
Is po for lake used that frequently?
Oh yeah, that's used all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Like how?
湖泊.
Yeah, but is it ever used without hu? Or do people only ever say 湖泊?
这种是嘛，现在都说湖泊嘛，这个就是 ，yeah， 现在都说湖泊。
So you either say 湖泊 together,
yeah.
or you just say 湖.
Yeah.
But you don't ever use, like, people nowadays hardly ever use just po for lakes.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And po also means that those marshland, that's wetland.
Wetlands?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not even in the box, so you gotta add that if that's important.
Marshland.
Just put wetland. They're called wetland. It's more generic. It's like marshes and swamps and bogs.
Okay, wetland is more common. Okay.
Okay. That means if I refresh it, yep, there
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
You go back here. Yeah, this is different too. Po. Dang is wash or sway, like when the waves wash over the shore, or when the waves make your boat sway back and forth. Dang. Why does this have grass on top?
这个还都不知道。
Sometimes
I don't know.
Sometimes
I don't
it
know.
doesn't make sense. For some reason, this has grass on top, even
No,
though it has
I-
nothing to do with grass.
Okay, maybe I don't know. I do not know.
Let's see. What does this show us? Yeah, I mean, it's literally grass, but why does it have grass?
上面写什么？汤哦，有开水的意思。开水是
No,
滚
that's
动
the bottom part. The part below the grass is soup. So it's like when you
broth.
boil broth and the water moves like that. It's kind of that sort of idea. But I still don't understand why it has grass on top.
I do not know.
Okay, well anyway, that's what that means. Yang. And then on the left, the water
上面是个羊
for the meaning. Yang is lamb. Yeah. This word yong is used for swimming. So I guess this is also, yeah, this is the part for the sound, and this is related to the meaning, and this tells you it's a word about water. So this yang means a ripple or overflow. So 湖泊荡漾 refers to the way the waves on the lake ripple. And it is 5:40 now. We've got through 4 lines of this one and 3 lines of this one.
就今天就到这里。
We can stop.
Yeah, stop.
We've
Okay.
learned plenty. So
Yeah.
if you wanna practice these new ones, you can do that. This, if you hit this button, it's only gonna do these. And if you go back home and you hit this, then you'll practice all of these and all of these. But that's all for me for today. So tomorrow we'll pick up from here. Bye.